about to innovate for an event that takes place every 4 years. How can we distinguish ourselves from the competition and from our past selves? The key is understanding the needs of the audience and generating data-driven reporting through innovative techniques surrounding data acquisition, analysis, and visualization. We created classic electoral maps and compared the changes in the performance of the two main political forces in the country with respect to the last presidential elections. We needed to recategorize the political parties that changed their orientation over the past few years in order to make accurate and representative calculations. To illustrate the information, we used scales. The movement of needles showed the change in the flow of votes in each jurisdiction of the country. An agile, attractive, and simple way to see the ups and downs of the main forces in Argentina that were fighting for power on election night. This year, we also created an interactive visualization to show the composition of the new Congress in real time. The system for assigning seats in Argentina is called the D'Hondt method. It is somewhat complex, so every news organization usually waits for the official list of who is entering the Congress instead of doing the calculations themselves. But for the 2019 elections, we decided to move beyond our comfort zone, and when we received the official results, we did the calculations ourselves based on the list of candidates. We were the only news media to publish this information live. Moreover, while planning is fundamental to carrying out projects, it's also important to always keep the journalism thermometer intact, detecting new needs that arise in the moment. Former President Mauricio Macri was unexpectedly trounced in primary elections, so everybody was asking, would he have the chance to reach a second round and thus remain in power? Or would Alberto Fernandez win in the first round? To answer the question, we created a custom calculator that became so popular that even ministers and advisors from the government house tested the application according to trusted sources. Additionally, on election day, we also analyzed and presented the results of each one of the approximately 100,000 voting booths throughout the country. In Argentina, the designated authority of each one of the 100,000 voting tables prepares a form containing the results. The form is then scanned and sent to the counting centers that load the forms by hand for the vote counting. We first associated the data from the polling places with the one from the tables and geolocalized each one. Then, we scraped the data from the forms and uploaded them for the users to check and view the results of their table. Finally, the opinion of young audiences in their topics of interest are usually oriented toward social media consumption, so we decided to build specific applications and data-driven stories for them. Using Google Forms and Instagram questions, we asked young audiences what questions they would like us to ask the presidential candidates. We received thousands of replies, selected 10 of them, and contacted all 9 of the presidential candidates. We asked them to answer those questions in a selfie format video to maintain the young audience aesthetic. Only one said no. Each video was edited and published on our social media accounts and in a special platform with a compelling design using emojis and music. We also built a special interactive visualization for the Google search interests of the 2 most popular candidates, Alberto Fernandez and Mauricio Macri. This allowed the users to see the Google searches per province over a period of time and compare the performance of each candidate. These are just some of all the multiple data-driven pieces that were produced for the 2019 elections. They represent a significant improvement in our process and techniques during election events, and we believe they move the practice of data journalism forward.